Vale. Vale, este es otro... Vale, esto lo vimos la otra vez.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office,
Por
but it didn't make
supuesto.
a single difference. Nor did it advance the story when Stanley came
Vale.
to a set of two open
Vamos al
doors
último que tengo en
directly to the
mente,
meeting room, and Stanley
que
knew
es
perfectly well.
la zona del teléfono,
Perhaps he
¿vale? Que la
wanted to stop
hicimos.
by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Que cuando llegamos a la zona del teléfono...
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
¿Esto cambia entonces? No. El teléfono lo podemos desenchufar. Vámonos. Ya hemos probado aquí tirarnos de muchas maneras, quedándonos atrás, tirarnos desde aquí, hemos saltado hacia allí.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
A ver.
This is it, Stanley.
¿Y esa puerta?
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Vale.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
¿Ya está? ¿No dices nada más ahora?
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible.
Pues ya ves.
Double check.
Que también te digo que no tiene mucho sentido un teléfono enchufado así.
Here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
Creo que esa ya lo hemos hecho y no es así, ¿eh?
Is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
¿Por qué?
Please observe this helpful instructional video.
A ver.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He
Tiene una
could spend
elección.
years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations.
Qué majo
Or
es.
he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that
Es
unlike
decir, le puede
here,
alimentarlos
the real
tal,
world
o le
makes
puede
sense,
prender
and at
fuego.
no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner
Es
and
bueno
practice
tener una
saying,
excusa para no continuar
"My
hablando.
goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
No, esto no es muy old school.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember, that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Me encanta.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
Es normal.
But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Uy, me empuja. Vale, la plataforma se va a ir. Entonces, si nos subimos ahora. ¿Os habéis dado cuenta de lo que ha puesto? Que no nos podemos suicidar y que no nos va a dejar que nos tiremos de la plataforma para hacer una right choice. La seguridad ante todo. Muy bien, así me gusta. No, pensaba que me iba abajo de todo. Todo lo otro sigue estando cerrado. Esta puerta. Esta se ha abierto. Un momento, estamos volviendo al inicio. Aquí está mantenimiento. Ciérrate. Ahora la puerta de la izquierda hacia el camino correcto. ¿Me estás forzando a ir hacia la zona del boss? Porque tengo que coger la puerta de la izquierda. Me vas a cerrar esta, ¿verdad?
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
No.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
¿Tú esto lo hago yo con el Paint? ¿O con el Worsin? Me encanta. ¿Te estoy rompiendo el juego? Sigue estando... No cambia, ¿no? Sigue estando así de roto. Hostia puta. Esto está bien. Toda esta zona.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue,
se te ha jodido un poco el escenario.
How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way.
No puedo saltar por aquí.
To shut the game down entirely, to willingly destroy all of my work. I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I? No, I have to. I have to shut the game down.
No.
I have to.
Déjame llegar por allí. No.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? that there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
Pero si lo vimos. Oye.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
vamos por la derecha, ¿no? Otra vez. Vamos por la derecha otra vez y le rompemos el juego.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No!
Este lo cambiado. Esto es en bucle, vale. Tenemos que entrar por la izquierda. Vamos por la izquierda y a ver qué nos pasa.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
¿Estará bien la sala? Está bien la sala.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Me ha cerrado. Y si...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Iba a decir, y si vamos para abajo, ¿qué pasa? No nos dejas, ¿no? Es decir, no nos dejas hacer otra cosa. ¿Lavabo? ¿Bathroom? ¿Ya no sale? Vale. No nos deja. Uy, ¿qué ha cambiado eso? ¿Y esto? No.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown.
Y si
He
no...
drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
¿Y si no hablamos con el código? No hay nada más, ¿no? Por aquí.
Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
¿Y si no quiero?
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear
Lo
me,
siento, lo
did you?
siento.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise
Hola.
we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Ahora lo estoy intentando, te lo juro. ¿Te has dado cuenta que por mucho que hable no,
Fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know
no
what?
sale mi voz?
It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do.
White Shark
I asked you
1,
for
2,
this
4,
one
5,
single
yo qué sé.
thing for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you
No
coward.
puedo hablar.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
¡Soy yo!
Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. I
Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Ya no lo hemos pasado.
Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Ah, vale, digo, ya se han acabado los créditos y se ha callado el narrador. ¿Qué falta ahora?
When Stanley came to a set of two
¿Y si
open
hacemos lo que ha
doors,
hecho
he
este
entered the
antes?
door on his left.
Que se ha quedado sin hacer nada. ¿Se pone nervioso también el narrador? Lo que ya no sé ningún final más. No se me ocurre nada más. Sí que podemos buscar, porque recuerdo que había uno que era chungo, no sé qué, con que de Steam, con la lista, algo de la biblioteca de Steam o algo así. Podríamos buscarlo. Lo que parece que lo de que quedarse aquí quieto no se pone nervioso el pavo este, ¿eh? Vale, tiene pinta que no, así que vamos a probar eso que os digo. Entonces, dejadme que lo busque. A ver, dice que tenemos que salir del juego. Vale, vamos a guardar. Sobreescribir. Vale, salimos del juego. Ahora mismo vosotros no vais a estar viendo nada, probablemente, exacto. Así que, exit and go to your Steam library. Vamos a la librería de Steam, a la biblioteca. A ver que se me ha ido. No, esto no es. Leches, ¿cuál era? Este. Right click on the Stanley Parable. Vamos a doble clic. Espera, os pongo para que lo veáis. Así lo veis vosotros también. Venga, va. Pantalla principal. Perfecto. Vale, pues si seguimos las instrucciones, esto dice que cerramos el juego, right click en Stanley Parable. Click Launch Options. Pues no hay propiedades. Type in console. ¡Ahí está! ¡Es esto! Vale. Está bien, sí. Vale. Si yo pongo aquí...
Stanley, this is me being serious. In fact, this is my serious room. It's where I come to be serious. That table is the most serious table I could find. I looked at many, many tables, hundreds of tables. It's possible I looked at over 1,000 tables. I honestly don't know. The specific number isn't as important as the understanding that of all tables I looked at, this one is the most serious. I relate this story to impress upon you the extent to which this is the most serious room I have, which is why I brought you here. You just tried to activate server cheats, which of course runs the risk of breaking the entire game. You've got no respect for the strict order of scripted narrative events, and I just can't have that. It's time to get serious, Stanley. No jokes, no games. Outside of this room, I might be more tolerant of those things, but now we're in the room. Which is why I'm subjecting you to the most serious punishment I can think of. 100 billion trillion years standing here in the serious room.
Me muero
Perhaps
antes.
after that, we can talk about the severity of your actions and whether you've learned anything. But until then, serious room.
No.
Go.
Go. Vale.
Whoa. Did we not have the talk? Are we not in the serious room this very moment? Did I not tell you how many tables I looked through? I'm going to be conservative and say it was somewhere in the tens of thousands of tables. Any reasonable person would say I spent an absurd amount of time doing nothing but looking at tables, and I genuinely considered each one too. I took a hell of a lot of notes. I kept the notes in a different room. That room is less serious than this one. It's more of a notes room.
Sí, ¿no?
Again, the point of this story is to convey how serious I feel this cheating issue is. And I'm sure you'll agree with me once you've fulfilled your new punishment. Infinity years in the serious room. I
Hasta
generally
que
have
me
trouble
salga.
reading human emotions, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you're devastated by this crippling new punishment. As well you should be. It's the most serious I could think of. Can you get more serious than that? No, you can't. Don't try.
Puedo ponerme más serio. Y te puedo trolear un poco más si hacemos esto otra vez.
Still no effect. The problem is clearly the serious room. It isn't serious enough. That's on me, Stanley. I apologize. I'm going to the store to look through more tables. Hopefully I find one that conveys how wrong what you're doing is.
Sí, cambia la mesa.
Where did I put
Que
those
está hecha
notes?
mierda. Busca las notas. Narrador. Narrador. ¿Y si probamos otro comando? Porque aquí también estaba 0. Me estás diciendo que los comandos que hay aquí... A ver, ¿save? ¿Ha guardado? 346. No, esto es el de antes. ¡Eh! ¡Se me ha ido! Vale. Guardamos. Regresamos. Salimos. Tenemos puestos los parámetros aquí todavía. A ver, dejadme que lo revise, porque ahora mismo no estáis viendo nada. Definir parámetro, esto sigue así. Lo volvemos a lanzar. Y dejadme que... Vale, vosotros también lo estáis viendo. Vale. Si ahora vamos a poner aquí SV... ¿Y esto qué es?
Stanley, this is me being serious.
Vale,
In fact,
esto ya lo hemos hecho. Vale, entonces ya no hay nada más que esto. Se nos ha ido ya eso. Así que ahora sí que hemos acabado el juego. Ya lo hemos hecho todo. Por fin, qué guay, qué guay, qué guay. Ha estado bien, ha estado bien.